Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Chemical Reactions. I'm Chuck.
I'm Raph.
As always, shout out to our Chem Squad. The squad you can join by clicking that nagging red subscribe button. It's like, no, here.
Yeah.
Always mess that up. That one right there that says subscribe in red. Super nagging. Click it, you're in.
It's way better when it's gray. Just saying.
I agree. I agree with you on that one. Much less nagging. So today we have Unleash the Archers, which is another one of those Canadian bands, which if you saw a couple of our videos, last time I did one with Raph was Devin Townsend, who's also Canadian, also from the province of British Columbia.
Yeah, they're both from British Columbia, so...
Yeah, so what are the odds? And so it's one of those bands that was heavily requested. And honestly, another one of those bands that kind of make me feel a bit self-conscious because I've never heard of them. Like, too many bands so far. Have you ever heard of Unleash the Archers?
No, I haven't.
So, I did a quick check on Wikipedia. And they are a mix of traditional heavy metal, symphonic death metal, and something, I think power metal. Yeah. So, a mix of traditional heavy metal, symphonic death metal, and power metal. And also another female-fronted band, which, I kind of like the streak they were on. Every Monday for the past few Mondays, we've done a female-fronted band. So I'm not saying we're going to do that forever, but it's kind of a good thing to be able to kind of discover those bands or not, the traditional 4-piece or 5-piece of all guys, but having, a couple of bands here and there that are females as their leads, right? That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, should we jump in?
Yes. Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Nice little intro.
I love the way it sets the mood.
Yeah.
You can feel that something's about to happen.
Pretty spooky.
There she is. Okay. Yeah.
I think that's 2 guitarists and 1 bassist, if I'm not mistaken. Woo! Pretty sick.
Yeah. Woo.
To look up into the night sky, to see the stars sail change, to know 1,000 years or more have passed, and I am the same. This mountain hollow that keeps me in a suffocating embrace, a prison and a safe haven that's always been this way. Lord, a new master calls me to awakening. I know this one brings the end.
That seems to be a pretty epic drummer.
They're all really good.
Yeah.
I've been living in its soul, a whole new world awaits. Stellar sunshine shines bright, lighting away the night. Wars again revitalize
Oh, I guess it's 2 vocalists?
I think that was just for that.
Yeah.
Right? Like back vocal. She's definitely doing the main vocals.
Yeah.
So I love so far, right? So we've heard, I'm assuming, like one verse and one chorus. That first note, very Floor Jansen-esque, right?
Yeah.
Like, woo, very nice soprano,
Wow.
powerful voice. And then got a bit more melodic. That chorus is super catchy, you know, super melodic. And then yeah, so you pointed out that mix between a nice little high voice of the singer whose name I don't know. Should probably have checked. She seems pretty epic. We'll check after. And one of the, I think it was the bassist maybe, or the guitarist,
that was one
right?
of the guitarists.
Yeah, it was one of the guitarists. Like nice little mix of like screamo voice with the guitarist and her superb high voice. So that was super nice.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep it going.
My pulse begins with a note tone. A voice is calling my name. It always starts as whispering, then manifests to a scream. I'm drawn to the creature that wakes me, bound to them by the curse. My soul exists only to serve a covenant above. Fear not the task ahead. There's no escaping it. There's no
That's pretty cool camera tracking.
Yeah. I love the guitar. Nice.
Really fast paced.
Yeah, there's the power metal for you.
not the task ahead. There's no escaping it. There's no good nor evil here. Stand on your side, shine through, ring away in the night. Once again,
Galloping, right? A bit of that galloping guitar and bass.
was great.
All right, wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Like some really good technical musicianship.
Yeah.
Awesome vocals. Overall, a very well constructed song, right? Let me get
At a
this
lot
thing
of points, this gave me a similar vibe to Devin Townsend
Yeah.
with the epic vocals and the occasional more like yelling from like in this band it was a second vocalist, but it's still the same vibe.
Yeah,
I feel.
no, I was thinking the same actually. I mean, you can tell they're from the same area. Probably influencing one another a little bit. That very, like a lot of that wall of sound type of sound. The way the riff sounded. Again, the very powerful vocals, like you said. I heard also a bit of the Gojira-esque type riffs in there, right? There was one riff at some point that sounded a bit like a Gojira riff.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, and then that galloping, at some point I said it's like the galloping bass, galloping guitar. That was more Iron Maiden to me, like Run to the Hills.
Which I haven't heard that yet, but
All right.
I'll trust you on that.
Yeah, well, Run to the Hills, I think, was probably one of those first songs, like 1982, that had that galloping guitar and bass. That were actually running to the hills. But that's power metal, right? If you're gonna say you're power metal, hopefully you've done your classes, listened to some Iron Maiden, probably a pretty big influence on them. That was a super interesting kind of fusion of all those different genres of music.
Definitely. Something else I've kind of noticed looking at the lyrics, it kind of had the same poetic type of lyrics as Devin Townsend. It's like, because with the old type of language, like, lo, a new master calls me to awakening.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that may be where we see, because I'll be honest, the music itself, I didn't necessarily hear the symphonic. Now, please give me in the comments, what am I missing? Because, like my example of symphonic was Nightwish.
Yeah, after hearing that, I think
like Nightwish was
standards.
like, yeah, exactly, undeniable symphonic. I didn't hear that same kind of vibe of symphonic in this one. But yeah, to your point, right? Reading the lyrics quickly. To look up into the night sky, to see the stars, they are changed. To know 1,000 years or more have passed, and I'm the same. This mountain hollow that keeps me in a suffocating embrace, a prison and a safe haven. It's always been this way. And then, like you said, lo, a new master calls me to awakening. It's a bit of the same kind of technique of storytelling.
Yeah, definitely.
A bit kind of like older sounding type of wording. That really calls a bit more to Nightwish in terms of their influence. So let's try to dive a bit deeper into the lyrics, because these are not, at first glance, they're not an easy nut to crack as to what they're trying to say, right? So I think the first verse, right, that to look up into the night sky thing, that calls a bit to the sense of time, right? Something that's almost immortal, like a mountain that stays there forever, 1,000 years. So very very long time for something to stay.
It almost sounds as if like they're saying they've been stuck in somewhere.
Far out beyond the darkness I've been living in, it's true, a whole new world awaits. Almost maybe like a vampire that's been in dormance for very long, and now a new master is like a demon.
That kind of sounds like it. It could be that, or some other immortal being that we're not getting.
Yeah, stellar constellations rise, lighting my way in the night. Once again revitalized to roam, to never die. Yes, okay, so to never die, right? So that's a bit of the, again, immortal vampire type being. My path begins with the new dawns. Okay, so probably not a vampire, because we know vampires are creatures of the night. So it probably wouldn't start with a new dawn. A voice is calling my name. It always starts as whispering, then manifests to a scream. I'm drawn to the creature that wakes me. Bound to them by the curse, my soul exists only to serve a covenant of birth. Okay, so it's one of those creatures that is there to serve.
I know, something I heard about the manifest to a scream kind of sounds like something a siren or a banshee would do.
Or maybe
a
it's
whispering then manifest to a scream. So kind of like a siren.
Yeah,
Trying
yeah,
to pull you
maybe,
in.
or a demon kind of being awakened by Satan. I don't know. We're just making stuff up at this point. Fear not the task ahead. There's no escaping it. There's no good nor evil here. Okay, so neither on the good side or the evil side, somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, maybe just a being that watches over.
I think we're getting beyond our understanding of the underworld at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we're back. Stellar constellations rise. Come to me, awakening. Follow my voice. Come to me.
I think the come to me part is when the
Yeah, it's like the
guitarist
call, right?
started screaming.
The scream.
That was it. I could tell that.
Okay, but yeah, I mean the song is called Awakening, right? So it's clearly about something that's been sleeping for 1,000 years, and now it's being called by its master of some kind.
Who knows? Maybe it's not even supposed to be 1,000 years. Maybe it's actually just about a bear in hibernation.
It feels like 1,000 years, maybe. Maybe it's like a witch, right? Like kind of that witch. There can be the good witch, the bad witch. So maybe it's one that doesn't quite know where it's supposed to be. I mean, either way, and I'm sure some people will have done a lot more research on understanding exactly what the lyrics are. But overall, going back to music, it was a really great song. It was also nice to see this video where it's really the band playing through their whole song. You could see how good technically they are. Awesome drummer, awesome guitarists, right? Because there's two of them.
Yeah.
The bassist, I don't even know pick. I'm gonna do this with my thumb and my fingers.
I don't think we need to do the reference again, but slapping the bass.
Slapping the bass, man. Slapping that bass, man. I slapping that bass.
Please don't do that.
Slapping the bass. Yeah, he was slapping the bass pretty well. So yeah, why don't we do Metal Tomatoes?
Alright, yeah.
So again, Metal Tomatoes, for those who are new, our ranking of 0 to 100, just like Rotten Tomatoes, but with a different name,
Or else it would just be like almost plagiarism.
Yeah,
that point.
almost, not quite. So last one we did together was Devin Townsend, which we both gave 95% to.
Yeah.
So this one, what do you think?
I feel like it might one-up Devin Townsend and be a 96.
Do you think? I think to me this was not. And again, first listen, first time I hear about the band. I'm sure like any other song, I'll listen to it a bunch of times after. It's going to be stuck in my head, and it's going to get higher. But to me, this is probably, as of right now, probably an 85%. Like a very good song. Very good song. Definitely one I want to listen to again. But yeah, probably like around that 85% Rotten Tomatoes rating.
Pretty good song.
Yeah, pretty good song. All right, so what do you guys think about this song? If it's your first time hearing it, what would be your rating for it? If you've listened to it a bunch of times, what would be your rating for it? And again, if you like this video, if you liked our reaction, click the like button. And if you have other songs by Unleash the Archers that you would like us to react to, always super helpful as well.
Yeah. Comment those. And
Comment those below.
With your Metal Tomatoes rating.
Yeah. And once again, Wednesday, so for our next posting, we're gonna be back with our School of Metal series. So be ready for that. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, I'm not sure yet what we'll do. So stay tuned. Hopefully, it's gonna be a good one with a good reaction. So thank you so much for spending a few minutes with us. We'll see you next time.